Have you spent time wondering whether there are still property deals in London? Well, this video is going to tackle exactly that. Good day guys, Samuel ICanWin here, and in this video we're going to be tackling the conundrum and question of why more and more people are talking about going up north, going to northern cities in the country in order to buy properties in the UK, as opposed to actually just investing in the capital. The capital. Guys, I don't know about you, but from a very young age, everybody has said location, as it's a key to property. And the funniest thing about that is if you're thinking location, then what better location than London, being the capital of the city and also one of the capital districts of the whole world. Now, the funniest thing is, again and again, at my networking events, at different places where I meet people, training courses, coaching, etc., people say to me, Samuel, I'm gonna take my money and go up north and invest in property. And I always ask myself why. But the reality is I actually know the reason why. It's because most people believe there are only deals up north. And I'm here to share with you in this video that might not be the case. So to start with, I want to ask you a simple question, and that question is, can you look at things differently? Okay, because that's a skill and not everybody has that skill. But if you're the kind of person who can walk into a derelict house and see that house actually rejuvenated, see that house renovated, see that house in a pristine condition, then you're the kind of person who I'm talking to. And the reason why is because looking at things differently is one of the keys to finding deals in the London market. Now, what do I mean? Here's a clear example. There are properties that currently are great single let opportunities, which with a bit of ingenuity, like one of the properties I'm currently working on and I just recently actually got my HMO license for, with a bit of ingenuity, you will be in a position to convert that property potentially into a multi-let HMO property. Now, the joy of converting that property into a HMO property is the simple fact, and if you don't know what a HMO is, then feel free to go watch one of the videos linked up in this card. But with a HMO property, you could put yourself in a position where the cash flow generated from that specific property is way beyond what you would have been generating as a single let property. And in comparison to the amount of money you might have to put into that property in order to convert that property into an actual HMO, that might not be an excessive amount of money. So what I want you to do is think about whether you can start looking at things differently, because looking at things differently is one of the keys to start finding deals in the London market. An added question that I want to ask you, besides can you look at things differently, is can you consider control instead of ownership? Now, in the London market, as given, most of the property prices are way beyond the price of properties which are up north or in the northern cities of the country. So as a direct byproduct, obviously, as a standard, you will be paying more as a deposit, you will be paying more in fees, etc. And this is the reason why I asked this second question. Can you consider control instead of ownership? Now, through means of ownership, you will generally have to outlay a lot more of your funds at the beginning of the process. Now, if you're interested in looking at ways to actually circumvent that initial outlay, then feel free to go watch this video, which the team will link up in the card, in order for you to understand how you can circumvent that. But naturally, traditionally, you will end up spending a lot more money up front if you're buying a London property compared to buying a property up north. Now, the reality with that is if you consider controlling that property rather than just being so hasty to own that property, you could actually put yourself in a position where you could control the property for a fraction of the price that you'd have to pay up front to own the property. And this is another thing that people need to start thinking about in order for them to start considering potentially finding deals in the London market. There are so many opportunities where people in the capital, in London, will give you the control of their asset in order for you to make money. There is so many many opportunities where people in London will share with you the opportunity for you to win and them to win, which is what in property we just call a win-win opportunity. So I want to use this video as an opportunity to encourage you to go out and start looking at things in a slightly different way. But not only do you need to look at things slightly different, you also need to start to reconsider, are you only interested in ownership, or are you additionally interested in control? Now, with both of those concepts being shared with you, I want you to tap into them. I want you to use those concepts as you go out looking for more property deals as it pertains to the London market. But lastly, before I go, let me give you one more concept. And that concept is, have you considered adding value? Now, what do I mean by adding value? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another video which is more expansive on the process of adding value and give you more insights into that. But could you add value? Could you take a property and give that property something it never had before it reached your possession? And these are the small things which can make a massive difference in terms of finding deals in the London market. Now, just to give you an example, the HMO property I spoke about earlier, which is currently in the process of getting licensed, it's basically on the tail end, so the license should be coming through any day now. That specific property was a property, when we received it, it had no HMO license. That specific property was a residential single occupancy home. But what we did is we invested some funds, we changed the doors, we changed the lighting system, we changed the smoke alarm system, we changed the flooring, we changed the kitchen, we changed the bathroom. We made several different modifications throughout the home in order to make the home more applicable for a multi-let use, which is adding value in some shape or form. So that's the question, can you add value? Because this is one of the reasons why most people fail to find deals in the London market. So what I want you to do is take hold of those three concepts I've shared with you as you start to think about, can you actually find deals in the London market? My answer is yes, wholeheartedly. I believe you can find deals anywhere. I'm even going to add an actual bonus concept and say, could you work with someone who's motivated to sell in order to create an added opportunity for yourself? So that's not 3 ideas, that's 4 ideas that I'm sharing with you in this video in order for you to go and make a success of finding property deals in London. So guys, don't just be the person who can look at things differently, but be the person who can also consider control instead of just ownership, and side by side with that, be the kind of person who can add value too. And even if you want to take it to a real next level, try and be a person who can go out there and help and assist and support truly motivated sellers. So as we wrap up this video, I want to encourage you to hit the like button, press subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you can stay up to date with all the content that we put out as and when we put it out. Now, if you're interested in understanding more about the concept of adding value, what I want you to do is go and watch this video where I break down the 2 concepts of adding value and restoring value, which is a concept which has got a lot of people confused as it pertains to the property market today. This is Sam, ICanWin. I'm signing out. Have a great day and happy investing.